Last month, I was able to make over 175% profit from trading. Now, just so you know how crazy that is, the best index fund in the world averages a 10% yearly rate. And I was able to beat that by 17.5 times in 1 month. In this video, I'll be covering exactly how I managed to make that much last month, the trades I took, and ultimately how I found those trades. So boys, before we jump in, a little backstory on me and my trading journey and my trading strategy. So I started trading nearly 4 years ago now when I was 15. I started off in the stock market and that was where I basically learned most of what I know today. I learned breakout trading, I learned retail patterns, I learned everything like that. And then around 4 to 6 months after being profitable, I progressed into crypto spot buying. And then from there I was introduced into crypto futures, and then from then on I've been trading crypto derivatives ever since. Now, when I first started out, I was simply doing breakout trading, so similar to the chart you see here, which I'm going to go through in just a moment. I would long the breakout here, and then after a while, as most strategies, they will tend to die down, and you'll have to progress and switch over. Started switching over into slightly more SMC related strategies, while still maintaining some characteristics from the breakout strategy that I was using. So now you know a little bit about my strategy. If you want to learn more, you can obviously check out the link below where I teach my strategy, have guides on my strategy, everything like that. But now we can jump in on the trade that I made the most money on, which was I think around 150% in the month of June. So let's jump straight in. Obviously you can see here the trade is on Phantom. First thing I noticed when I hopped on the chart was the downtrend we were in. We were in this downtrend for, let's see how many days, I think it was nearly 3 months, or 2 months. We were in this downtrend for around 60 days. Now the best thing about trends like this and trades like this is the risk to reward is so great, because there's so many buyers accumulating at every single dip. You can see the minor retracements that we get after every single little flush. This is just buyers accumulating, and you can see we start to build on this resistance level right here, which essentially shows that sellers are maintaining strength in the market. Now what I like to do is, of course, wait for the breakout like I used to, and then enter my long positions. So if we go on a bit of a lower time frame, we'll see right around where I think I got my entry. Okay, so you can see we broke out, and it was around this candle here that I got my entry. I think I have an exact screenshot of when I sent out the trade alert in the Discord. Let me quickly check. Okay, so here we go. It was actually just a bit before the breakout. Now, of course, in my 4 years of experience in trading, I've started to notice minor trends that we get before breaking out and stuff like this. I wouldn't suggest entering just off of instinct straight away. I'd recommend getting some experience, learning how the markets are moving and everything like that before you start entering slightly off of instinct. Of course, I still had the analysis and a lot of other confluences, but you can see here alerted that I'll be entering as I believe it will break out now, to keep tight stops as well, because we are in just a micro uptrend and still a macro downtrend. Anything can happen. We haven't broken any sort of market structure yet to the upside on a higher time frame, so it's very important to keep tight stops. So we actually entered around 2623, I believe. So we entered somewhere around here with quite tight stops, and after that it essentially just started pumping like crazy. I expected a slight retest where I could have dollar cost averaged in, but you can see it just kept going up until it hit our take profit. So it was a picture perfect trade. We were in no drawdown whatsoever throughout the trade. It was a swing trade. We did swing it over the course of 2 to 3 days, and we were taking profits along the way. I think our final trim was at around 550% profit on 35x leverage, where we took another 25% off of the trade, and then we essentially, I actually have a picture here as well of every single trim that we got. So the white circle is what was our entry, and you can see we had a first initial trim at the peak before the pullback, and nearly every single trim after that was perfect. We trimmed and we got an instant pullback, and then our final trim was the high right here. So all in all, it was a picture perfect trade. We then set our stop loss, very, very high in profits. I believe it was at 0.30 right here, which did get hit obviously after the pullback, but that's fine. I think the most important thing is to not get overconfident in your swing trades. Like it would have been very easy for me to see the 500% here and try to aim for the 1000%, the 1500%, whatever it was, but you always have to try and stay grounded in your trades. Always try and manage your risk. Don't look at the upside, try to look at the downside as well. I think so many traders get caught when they're in the green, just looking at more upside, but put yourself in the position if the trade was in a loss, what you would be doing and everything like that. So this was the first trade we took. It was a very, very good trade. Now let's move on to the second trade we took of the month. Okay, so the next trade as well was another alert that I sent out into the Discord. Now Doge was an interesting trade just because it wasn't following any sort of similar trend to Phantom. If you know anything about Doge, you'll know it's kind of like a lone wolf when it comes to altcoins. Most altcoins will follow Bitcoin, move in uptrends, downtrends, and then slightly sideways, whereas Doge is very, very impulsive. It'll have consolidations, pumps, consolidations, dumps, everything like that, because it is mostly attracted to Elon and Tesla, and whenever there's any sort of tweet from Elon regarding Doge, we'll see a pump, slight consolidation, and then again we'll just fall right back down to where we were previously. So it's always slightly risky taking a trade on Doge, simply for the fact that at any time Elon can tweet, and obviously it will cause huge volatility in the market for Doge. Bearing that in mind, we had this trade set up similar time to the Phantom trade. Actually, I think it was the same day that I sent out the alerts, but Phantom was already in and Doge was a entry. I believe I was either waiting for a break of structure here to the upside to enter, or we were going to enter off of this low right here. So we also had our first trim right here at 50% of the fair value gap mark, and our final take profit just at the highs here, sort of at the order block that we had. Let's see how it played out. You can see it hit our entry. Obviously here it maybe slightly missed our entry, but we did hit entry on our exchange, and then we hit take profit 1 nearly instantly. It was basically a sniper entry. I think we might have had our entry slightly higher, somewhere around this low, but nonetheless we still hit our take profit 1 really quickly, and then I believe we hit our take profit 2 also nearly instantly. So very minimal drawdown, if any, in the trade. Both take profits were hit really quickly. I believe we actually swung this trade as well. So 1 to 2 day swing. Again, it's great. You'll notice as well with my strategy, it's not necessarily many day trades and scalp trades, stuff like that. I do obviously sometimes scalp, but that's in completely different market conditions. Sometimes you have to take a step back and realize whether you should be swing trading, scalp trading, or just intraday trading, because your strategy won't work the same every single time. You have to do enough back testing, collect enough data to see in what type of market structure your strategy works the best in, when it works the worst in, when you should be doubling down in your trades, when you should be scaling back a bit, when you should be swing trading, day trading, everything like that. I've done this over 4 years. It's not at all a quick process, and I think one of the main problems is everyone painting it as a quick process, or it seems like a quick process. Honestly, the quicker you try to make it, the slower it will end up being, and it's very important to just be extremely patient with it. Keep failing until you start succeeding. So those were the 2 trades I took during June. Was quite a slow month, didn't take many trades, but we ended the month on 175% on the account, simply because we just swung the trades out. We followed the trend and we are able to capitalize from that. Obviously most scalpers and day traders may make anywhere from 5 to 20% on their account, and then they'll look at the swing traders like they're crazy. But that's how we did. That's how we ended the month. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out some of the tutorials and other videos on my channel as well. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.